Having fun, getting very fast on this, couple hours a day. It's an old RCH Scott radio, low interference type. Missing the covers. Okay. Here and here. I think I'm going to make a wooden, which didn't take long, box for it. I think it'd be simpler. I made, for another RCH, I made a wooden box, and it's really tough. 3/4 inch, 1 inch plywood. Nothing wrong with it, really. It's just sitting somewhere forever. I put a new capacitor in, and I did the bottom covers already, and rewired it down in here. Put a proper plug-in, fuse. I think it's sat forever. Somebody was goofing around with it, you know, like people like goofing around with things and messing and all that, but it will be awesome. I found all the knobs for it in my knob pile, so I think these will be good. There we have it. Knobs. Where'd I put them? Oh, well, I threw it somewhere. I like big knobs. Wink, wink. Where did I put all the knobs? They're down somewhere in a box. Oh, that's in here. So these look like they'll just work great. Big fat fellas, right? Yeah, I'll do big old Bakelite knobs. And I got some smaller ones up here, but I don't know, I think it looks pretty cool. Cleaned up really well and made a brass plate here for it. Put this strip, instead of steel, I put brass on there. For some reason, it's got that on there. I'll show you the other one. I got some time ago. I'm trying to figure out from who. Oh, here's some RBOs. Big black heavy monster boat anchors with a magic eyeball tube. Woohoo. They're about 100 pounds each, I think. RBOs. I like those little black things. They really work well, though. Then up into the 50s and 60s, sort of. This one, I built a box for it. Model RCH. Navy Department. So this is what it looks like. Hard to see, I'm kind of in close quarters here, but it works well. You can see the wooden box I made for it, painted black. Oh, wow, then I get into the 50s, 60s with such things as R390s. I got a lot of them. And I scored a VLF one. This is like, came out of the factory. RF, what? That is for RF bandwidth kilocycle. Oh, so that must be a adjustment. It's in a case as well. R3. It was, let's see, paperwork too on it. Let's see. All the ones I got had this kind of paperwork on it. Let's take a look. Well, that's just for an R390. was restored. Collins, yeah, okay. Rebuilt by Rick Mish. So it has all new capacitors and stuff like that in it. Or tested out, great. I'll keep these papers, I got a lot of them. Well, I got a lot of R390s and oh, they're everywhere. Okay, so anyway, back to RCH. I got one of these. They're kind of rare to find on eBay, but I keep searching like fishing all the time and finding it. So, R390s. Oh, the R3, I got a 15, I think, R390. Anyway, back to what I was trying to mention. So, RCH. I'm making these plates for it, okay? So what I do is I trace down, cut paper to exact size to the pieces I cut, okay? On a table saw. See how heavy the plate is I'm putting on. About 1/8 of an inch is great. So I put the paper down and I mark where the holes are. I'm rubbing my fingers along and then punching out kind of the holes. Put it over a plate of flash. Use a very, very sharp banger. Mount it all down, and then like what I do is I go in here where the hole is on paper. Take a heavier hammer, this one here, about 5-pounder, and whack it. Proper. I'm not hitting it like a maniac, but boom, you know, just tapping it in like this. Whoops. So, using a heavier hammer at the first wallop sort of puts a good dent in the middle. I'll show you. Where are we here? It's hard to aim this thing wherever. There's the holes. One there. One there. And this. But anyway, so what I do then is take the paper off. I could do that now, I suppose. Right? It's gonna take a while to do this, so you're probably very busy. Whoever's watching this. There we go. Then I put this in a small drill press and drill out these marks, right? So that'll work good. So get all that cleaned up, then put drill press in and find all the screws, screw down the top. Won't take long. Just bang, bang. I do things pretty fast, so as you probably noticed in here, like building lathes and machinery and electronic stuff. And I get her done. I go by feel and logic and sense. Did you know that? So I'm gonna make a stand for this fella, this magnet. This looks like a Christmas tree, huh? Merry Christmas, Doctor. They're all actually corona suppression. You don't want something with a sharp point on it in high voltage. If you notice, high voltage lines have corona rings, but I couldn't find any corona rings. So I'm using balls. Oh, balls. Broadcast 1. And I have other I call them patients, actually. Mechanical vintage patients. Here's some here that are pretty good now. They're kind of done. They're in recovery. Then they go into cases, which I have. Then I move this over to here. This big generator. Variax. And then I put a new stack of stuff from the floor up in front of that. So I push these back as far as they can go. Should have enough space here to work things properly. Yeah, I think so. Klystron system. Oh, and only one R390 in this pile. It's kind of more modern right there at the transmitter. And on we go. Exactly what? On we go. So over here, the transmitter running here. This is for kamikazes. Analog computer for warships, 1943. 1980s radar system runs perfect. HMCS Yukon, because I took apart warships. 4 warships. Workbench area. You got this load here, transmitters, receivers, directional finders. Navy stuff. Actually, that should be higher. I like things about that height, but we'll get there. All these cannon parts put together someday too. From Greece. Amazing eBay seller in Greece. Very heavy pieces. Oh, nuts and bolts came with it. Mr. Alec in Greece, good friend of mine, owns a scrapyard. All these things are bronze, actually. I wonder if this will show up better now with the new iPad. I don't know, we'll see. Mark III, wow, 202. Air Defense Aft Port. Inspector WHM something in date. 43, wow. Benchmark data. It's for firing 40 mm Beaufort guns. You turn this, right? It's firing switch. You go by the binoculars, which go up and down. Dials up in here. Servo transmitters. Receivers. All this goes to the receivers. As well as the DC amplifiers, which drive the motors for the Beaufort guns. Cool tech. I like this old stuff. Old technology, Barbara. Hello. Kind of doing a longer video, I guess, but that's okay. What the hell? This is the Omri. How's that colored? I just finished rearranging this. Oh, was it a week ago now? Vintage, all vintage and within all legal limits, no problems. Everything had to pass the FBI and ATF before. It did 10 years ago. Take a look at the back of this here, because I recently arranged it. More barrels. 20mm cannons. These are off the Navy ships I've worked on, off the 3-inch 50 guns. All these cases are full of vintage stuff, so. Also, we do have a super great, hello, a super great alarm system and camera system. Everything's monitored. Any break-ins, don't get any ideas because everything, you go to jail. Got the videotapes, alarm systems. Traveling to Germany, yeah. What's that, 1990, yeah. September 1990. So I have lots of boxes to bring back from Germany to North America. Signed by that group, as well as the other group, the Border. So. Guess I'm giving a tour, huh? Any new arrival to my crazy YouTube channel. Radar systems. Well, I guess I'll show you the machine shop then, since I'm portable now. The other iPad died, the battery died out about 5 years. Boom, it's died. So the new iPad, it feels better. You don't have to drag a cord around. Making it almost impossible to make videos. This I built. Now I can show the machine shop without worrying about dragging cords and thing going off. Nice little mill I used, Cincinnati Universal Indexing head. Ooh. These are all full of tooling. Probably weighed a ton. Oh, wow. All these drawers. Whoa. My 4-ton lathe. Perfect size. Don't need a super big one, I guess. Wouldn't turn it down, though. Medium size. I was working here a while ago. 2 weeks ago, I think. Or last. Put these in. This works really super too. Radio door press right size, I mean. Shaper. Yeah, really heavy. This thing is amazingly heavy. For its size, it's small, but. Excello milling machine. All these things I personally cleaned up and restored, really. I do it really fast on another shaper. Another milling machine, woohoo. So I fit in here perfect. I'm used to fitting the things after all, I took apart the 3-inch 70 cannons, and that was squeezing only area. I had a lot of fun doing it too. I wore coveralls, of course. To go this way, all kinds of attachments. This works super too. Indexing drill. Clicks around. The whole head clicks around when drilling holes if you need to drill another hole. Or Hanadal, what are you doing over there? Not sure why I put that there, but oh well. Okay, so in the apartment, 400 square feet, no, sorry, 20 by 20 inside diameter of the apartment. Apartment 305, 727 5th Avenue. B3M 1X8, New Westminster. I have 24 tons. Believe it or not. I have no idea what I have here. But it's a lot of goodies. But I use them for building things. I gotta build a Tesla disruptive discharge transformer again because it was stolen by somebody when I was in Germany. Well, I need looking for insulators and old wire. Another mill and more tooling. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna go back here. Oh yeah, we got it all down here too, I suppose I could show it off, huh? And shelf behind. Totally loaded up. Well, keep tripping over wires. Mr. EVO's SDIO project system. Very heavy. Radar stuff, power supplies behind. Right down to the floor. All comes in handy. Countermeasure systems. It's for me, it's good to learn stuff. I don't know anything really. I keep learning every day. I built this here. That whole thing right there. Now we have also the Oracle room. Used for our filming weird things. And we have the main transmitter for the ray gun, which is here. Alright. I hope this is not a copyright violation. So that drives a 25-foot long ray gun. Any color. It's an interferometer, by the way. It's in a shed outside. Right there. Okay, well that was fun doing that video. So hopefully it uploads okay and whoever watches it.